Okay, so welcome to the me, myselfs, and why even try files, video, audio, whatever you want to call it. Um, I think the name speaks for itself because, not to sound too nihilistic, but what's the point? Why even try? Why bother? You do something, you say something, nothing works out, nothing changes, everything stays the same. What are you going to try and prevent a war in the Middle East? It's not going to happen. Maybe we'll see. But so this is my attempt to um, get past my personality, my personalities, because I said selves because I've never been diagnosed. I've never been tested for schizophrenia or multi-personality disorder (MPD). But a long time ago, when I started living in an apartment by myself, I started talking to myself, as a lot of people do. Um, and not too long after, I started to ask myself questions and then actually answered my questions out loud. So I don't know if you want to call that personality or schizophrenia or some sort of something, but there are people out there that have inner monologues. Yes, yes, I see you. Yes, I'm raising my hand. Yes, it's me. I do. And I know there's only like maybe, what is it, 20-30% of the population out there that doesn't have an inner monologue. And I'm just wondering, is that normal? What's normal? Is it normal to have an inner monologue or not have an inner monologue? Because if you have an inner monologue, doesn't that mean that you're sort of like have an alter ego personality that you're conversing with? I mean, I know it's yourself and you're having your own thoughts and you're thinking out loud, but you're actually thinking out loud, and that's you as yourself talking to yourself inside your own head. I mean, I don't know what a psychologist or psychiatrist might say about that, but it's definitely something when you think about it. Is it really normal? Like, or is it, or are the normal people not having conversations with themselves inside their head? Because if you're having a conversation, inside your head by yourself, that's, I mean, it's one thing to talk to yourself, but if you're talking to yourself, by yourself inside your own head, what does that mean? Is that, what is that? Is that normal? I don't know, but definitely raises some questions. So, for all the people that think like, hey, we're the majority because we have inner monologues and we're normal and you're not, because normal means, majority. What if that just means that the majority of people out there are fucking crazy? Um, that's, I don't know, might be an argument for it. Shall I check with my lawyer? Well, we've looked into it and we asked an AI, and it said, go screw yourself. Are you serious? No, we're just making that up. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Right now I was talking to my lawyer. Are you sure? Yeah. You sure you want to? Okay. I mean, maybe I should mention. I mean, you can't see him because, you're there. I'm here. He's wherever. But you can't see him anyway because he's an invisible lawyer. He's basically my invisible ghost lawyer, if you want to call him that. Invisible ghost lawyer, attorney, whatever. My attorney at my head, in my head. That could be that's not necessarily a personality, but he's just he or she or it, they. I don't know what you term them these days. There's so many different types of pronouns. What do you like to go by? Mr. Ghost, Mr. Miss Ms. Mrs. Ghost. We'll just go with Ghost Attorney Esquire. Okay. So my invisible ghost attorney Esquire lawyer would tell me that I'm crazy, but he, they, she, it didn't even look anything up anyway because It's just a imaginary whatever. Oh yeah, an imaginary friend. That's one thing that the kids have when you're a kid and you're all by yourself. I never had an imaginary friend. I don't think I knew anyone that had an imaginary friend, and even if I did, I'd probably just go along with them. I'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's your imagine. Okay, great," and I'd start. What do you mean? What do you mean? They clearly said that I could, join your tea party. No, they didn't say that. Yeah, they did. And I'd start arguing with my friend about, what their invisible friend said. Yeah, no, I talked to your invisible friend, and they said that it's perfectly fine that, I can come and join your, bullshit tea party. Like, what? You're crazy. That's my invisible friend. No, we've decided, we've had a conversation, and we've determined that we're better friends than they are with you. So, I hate to admit it to you. I hate to bring this up, but your invisible friend has asked me to basically break up with you for them. So yes, wouldn't that be funny? That if I ever have kids, or if you have kids out there, and they have an invisible friend, try that psychological trick on them. Be like, we've talked to your invisible friend while you weren't, while you were at school. Yeah, we sat them down. They sat us down and they said, "Listen, I can't be friends with your son/daughter again because I just can't take it. They're crazy." Try that. See how that works out. See if you don't even drive your child crazier after that. Oh, I should definitely not have children. You shouldn't. I shouldn't. That's what people say to me. I think my dad even said it once. No, he didn't say that, but my dad did say to me, I hope you never have kids. No, he didn't. No, he said something along those lines of like, oh, you'd make a great father. Something really sarcastic to really drive the point because I'm such an insolent, sarcastic creature myself. He really just out of nowhere, I was driving and yelling at people in traffic and I was driving him somewhere and that's what he said to me. And I turned to him and I did you just say that? And I'm not imagining that. That actually happened. That wasn't one of my personalities. Anyway, I'm going to have to take a break because a little intermission because I either have to go to the bathroom. I have to go to a bathroom. Not the bathroom, a bathroom, one bathroom, out of many, out of a myriad of bathrooms. I have to choose one and go to it right now and do something that I will figure out once I get there if I haven't come up with it already, or something. So, going to take a quick intermission, and we'll be back, and I'll try and figure out some interesting intermission music to play in the interim, in the intermission. Okay. This is the intermission song for me, myself, and why even try? There are no ads because we don't pay for any ads and nobody pays us to talk about anything. And really, why even try? Why even bother? Because it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Yay! And we're back because this is the Me, Myselfs, and Why Even Try files. The first ever broadcast. Public. Because, I've had these conversations in my head or out loud to myself for, there have been many episodes, a lifetime of episodes, but this is the first one that's making its way for full public enjoyment. Enjoyment? Yeah, I don't know about enjoyment. We'll have to come up with a better word for dissection. That's a horrible word. Yeah, I don't know what invisible ghost lawyer would say about that. Not good. That's probably what he would say. They, he, that. I mean, am I going to get sued by my, invisible ghost lawyer attorney for using the wrong pronouns? I mean, it's they invisible ghost attorney lawyer is comes from my own brain, from my own mind. So I don't know how that lawsuit would even take place. It would be very, very difficult. Have you ever tried to sue yourself in court, in a court of law? Can you sue yourself? What happens if you lose? What happens if you win? Can it be a draw? Can it is it win, lose, or draw if you sue yourself? Like how do you can you sue yourself? I don't know. That's a fascinating thing to ponder. I wonder, can one of your personalities sue another one of your personalities for emotional rape or some sort of non-physical, imaginary battery? Like, can you claim that? Can you be like, listen, I was assaulted. I was really by who? I was assaulted by my other personality. His name is George. He's a very, very, very bad man. He's. Well, can we get George on the stand? Just one moment. Let me see if I can channel him. I don't know if George wants to come out right now. I mean, it would be a very, very and how would you even, who would be the prosecuting I mean, can you can, that would be all sorts of I don't know, something that only can occur inside of one's own mind. Probably nobody wants to hear it. But anyway, we were talking about a lot of things. Personalities, they're a fascinating subject that I like to delve into. Personally, you got to wonder where are they? I mean, they're not in the physical space. They're they are derived from. Is it from the physical brain? Is the physical brain? They say the physical brain is not even responsible for consciousness. So, are these multiple personalities? Are they in the realm of the consciousness? Is it, their alter, like an alter ego? Are they an alternate consciousness, or is that one consciousness just split? Like they say split personalities. I mean, they used to say split personalities, and then they used to say multiple personality because guess people just like saw one too many made for TV movies, and they decided like, oh, I'm gonna buck the trend. I'm gonna decide that I have 10 personalities, and then someone came around. No bullshit. I'm better than Sybil. I have way more personalities than that. I have 100 personalities. Yeah, good luck trying to keep track of all of them. I mean, you might as well just say like, I have whatever personality suits me in the moment. That's probably what makes sense the most. I mean, I have infinite number of personalities, and you never know who's gonna come out to play today. You might as well roll a 100-sided die for that. That's funny. How would you even play Dungeons and Dragons? I mean, think about how many different characters you'd have to, calculate hit points for. Oh, and damage and oh, that would just take forever. And who would be the dungeon master? That's like playing. It's like playing, chess against yourself. Or worse. That's like playing. I don't know. You can't really play a video game against yourself, can you? That would be fascinating if you could hold two different controllers in each hand and be able to play against yourself, at least. I mean, that would just be one. I mean, I have a hard enough time just keeping track of cats. For people who have pets out there, I mean, it's cats are, talk about personalities. I mean, boy, imagine, I don't know, you gotta wonder, do cats have multiple personalities? I kind of think that some of them might, because the way they act Sometimes they're nice, sometimes they're friendly, and then sometimes they look at you like, I really just want to swipe your face off, Like they just look like they give you that look. Sometimes, then they give you that nice look. They're sleeping there purring and they're doing their blinky eye thing, or they're blepping at you and they're just like looking at you so cute. Other times they just look at you from the side like, you know, if I was 2 times bigger, I don't know if you'd make it through the night. And that's really what you'd have to worry about. I mean, if you ever do die in your sleep and you have cats, I mean, you're definitely going to make a wonderful breakfast that's going to it's going to be a meal for days. I mean, they say like dogs will wait like a week before they start, chewing on your dead body. They say cats will start right away. I mean, I had one cat of mine that like goes for my ears, another one goes for my fingers, the other one likes the nose. I mean, they all have their like wonderful, points of, interest that they just would love to chomp on. I mean, they just start licking you. Sometimes they lick you, like you ever wonder like if sometimes a dog licks you and he's like, I could get the taste of human. I mean, it would take me a week, but I could do it. Okay. Why is this conversation making me hungry? Oh God, it's making me hungry. It's making me think of I think I should go shopping. I go shopping too much. I go shopping maybe like 2 or sometimes 3 times a day just because I forget stuff. I'm getting old and oh my God, have you seen the Eggos lately? Oh, don't get me started. Okay. Hang on. I think my cats are did they catch a mouse? Is that a chipmunk? What the hell got in the house? I don't know if I hear something squeaking. They're going after it. All right, I'm going to take another quick break. This is an emergency message from the Council on Novel and Annoying Alternate Multiple Personalities Disorders of America. Be on the lookout, America, for people with multiple personalities, alternate multiple personalities, and annoying alternate multiple personalities. These are considered disorders, but it seems that most Americans might be suffering from this. Even you, listener, you might be suffering from an annoying alternate multiple personality disorder as well. Only one way to find out: start talking to yourself and asking the difficult questions. Am I an annoying alternate multiple personality? And is this a disorder in my life? There's only one way to be sure, and if you have issues, please consult with someone that can, give you drugs. Anyway, this has been an emergency announcement from the Council on Novel and Annoying Alternate Multiple Personalities Disorders of America, also known as Con AAA MPDOA. Thank you. We now return to your normal broadcast. That's right, because we don't have normal advertising here. We don't have any advertising. So just like with a imaginary friend or a personality, an alternate personality, we basically just have to make stuff up. So that's the playbook we're going with here. That's the name of the game. Just make shit up. And throw stuff at the wall, see what sticks. The oldest tricks are the best tricks. Not really tricks. They're just annoying happenstances, things people do that are idiosyncrasies to the nth degree. Anyway, so we're talking about food. Have you been to the market lately? Boy, these Eggos are off the charts. I mean, I don't know if anyone has any stock in the Eggo company, but my goodness, these people they are pushing the limits on, what's acceptable as an Eggo. I mean, they're kind of like Entenmann's now. They actually, they have, their whole you know, portion in the frozen section, you know, and but now they also have like a section at the end of the frozen section aisle. Okay, like just like Entenmann's, they have their spot at the end of the aisle, but they also have stuff in the middle of the aisle. And I mean, wow, I mean these. You know, you walk past the aisle and you see at the end of the aisle, you see these doors with nothing but Eggos in the entire cabinet. I mean, it's just like these beautiful, beautiful displays, these square yellow boxes with big round photos of Eggos. And they're just, there's blueberry Eggos, there's chocolate chippity Eggos, there's strawberry Eggos, there's regular Eggos, there's wheat bran Eggos or whatever. And, you know, with some syrup and some butter, and it just says Eggo, and it's just simple and perfect. And I'm looking at these like square boxes, and I'm like, wow, I mean, these are normal size Eggos, you know, and it's like, you know, it's like you gotta like break them apart, you know, because they're, you know, a flat piece of four that are stuck together from the big Eggo mold. But this is a box of, I looked at it, this is a box of 24 Eggos. I mean, for $3.59, you cannot go wrong. 24 Eggos? My God. I mean, I looked, I was like, it's a thick box. I mean, it's just insane. So, you know, that's not going to fit in my fridge, my freezer. I still have food from COVID that I haven't eaten. I mean, it's packed. Like, I still got a fucking 3-foot long box of lasagna that's frozen. And I was like, I figured, I'll take that out. If the power ever goes out, I'll just, you know, let it defrost naturally. And I'll have like, you know, 3 or 4 days worth of, you know, of lasagna to eat. And then starve to death after that, if the power doesn't come back on. So I can't fit. But anyway, I went down the actual aisle, and I'm going, okay, there's the Eggos, and, you know, then you get the normal, you know, normal rectilinear boxes, the long boxes, you know, that have, I don't know how many Eggos they have in it, but oh my God, all the different, I mean, we're talking about multiple personalities. Oh my God. How do you decide which personality wins? Because there's so many choices for Eggo now. They have, you know, the chocolate, the blueberry, they have a Stranger Things, you know, special pack of Eggos, which are, I don't know, like, you know, raspberry, strawberry, or whatnot. I mean, they've got, you know, the wheat bran, they got the chocolate chip, they got chocolatey, chippity, banana, and then you go one door over, there's more Eggo. It's like, what, there's more? Like, yeah, there's more Eggo. There's freaking Eggo pancakes now. They got the mini pancakes and the mini Eggos and the, you know, all different. You're like, what? And then I was looking, you know, it's going over into the next door. There's a third door. They've got like French toast stick Eggos. You're like, what? Then they got Belgian waffle Eggos, and then they got, you know, like the Belgian waffle Eggos that are made like ice cream cones, you know, and then they got big fluffy Belgian waffle Eggos, and then that's not enough. You go one door over, there's like 4 doors. You're like, what? I'm having a heart attack thinking about what I want to buy. This is worse than the cereal or beer aisle where you're just like, I can't decide. There's so many choices. So America is driving me crazy. Then they got like, what was the one that, oh God, I think I really wanted to settle in it. It is the delicacy of Eggos. It is the prime Eggo that you can get. It is the chocolatey, chippity, brownie, supreme protein Eggo. 10 grams of protein. They're like trying to make it sound healthy when it's like, you know, a chocolate chip brownie essentially in the form of an Eggo. That's what you're working with. I'm having a heart attack. I'm talking to myself out loud with all my different, you know, personalities. And meanwhile, there's this like girl like stocking the frozen doors on, behind me on the other, portion of the aisle, like, filling in like, green beans and carrots and, all the healthy shit. And I'm like having a heart attack over here on all the Eggos, and I don't know what she's thinking about me as a maniac, going like, I can't decide. I'm turning into a retard. I'm like, I got so many Eggos. What am I going to do? And yeah, so I mean, buy stock. This is not fine. Hey, yo. Okay, not financial advice. You might want to buy some Eggo stock because they are going to start. They're just going to like keep like, you know, they're like the Lego company. They might in fact they might be the same company. The Eggo and the Lego company. They might be the same because they're just like taking over everything else. You're gonna see like, rice cake Legos. You're gonna see Eggos with carrots. It's gonna be the vegetarian Eggos. It's Eggos not just for breakfast anymore. Now it's for lunch and dinner, and it's gonna be a whole, meal. I mean, you know how like Legos are basically taking over everything. It's like you have Star Wars Legos, and you have I don't know, Harry Potter Legos, and basically all toys are going to be made out of Lego one day. All food is going to be made out of Eggo one day. I think it's just going to be Eggo and Lego, okay? And then it's just going to be the same company. I mean, it probably already is. I mean, they already say like, Lego my Eggo. I mean, that was a clue. That was a clue back in the 80s. I mean, that was a clue that like they're going to merge at one point and they're just going to be one company. I don't know what it's going to be called. The Lego Eggo company. I don't know what the perfect name is for it, but and they're going to be stackable too. You're just going to get like a stack of Eggos, and you're just going to like press one onto the other, and they're going to have like, the little plugs, the Lego plugs. So you just like stack them, and it's just going to pop into place, and you're going to like, and you're going to construct it. They're going to be like small and tiny, and so they have your egg Eggos and your onion Eggos and your carrot Eggos and your chocolate chip egg, and you're just gonna stack them all together, and you're gonna make this like Eggo sandwich that just like that. I don't know. You're gonna just put it into your toaster oven, and boom, there you go. Boom, you got yourself a expansive Eggo meal, a Lego Eggo meal. I mean, if the two companies do merge. Oh my God. I mean, talk about a stock split. It's going to be like a stock, convert. I don't know what that's called, but look out. Okay. God, that's making me hungry. I got to like eat something. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hello. It's not easy in America today. Basically working. Hello. It's not easy in America today. Basically working. How many different gig jobs? You're doing the DoorDash. You're doing, I don't know. You have a paper route. You're working, a janitor job at some store. You've got multiple jobs. You've got like, the average American has like what 2 to 3 to 4 jobs nowadays because of the way the economy is. Listen, are you having problems at tax time? We can help at Invisible Ghost Tax Attorney Lawyer firm. We can find a way for you to save money on all your taxes for all your different jobs if you decide to claim multiple personalities. Yes, that's right. We can get you a deal on different personalities because let's face it, if you're using your prime personality as your, taxable ID, well, let's say that you have to also take care of, just like dependents. Well, your alternate personalities, multiple personalities, are also now considered basically, imaginary dependents. So with that in mind, just like with children or having a family, with a spouse and kids running around, well, we can help you file your claim today for your multiple personalities. Yes, we can get you a wonderful deal at tax time to reduce the cost of living because let's face it, we all need to make it in America. And when I say all of us, I mean all of your different personalities. Yes. So don't hesitate to call Invisible Ghost tax attorney lawyer firm today, and we will help you out at tax time next year, not this year because it's already over. So, just save your receipts and, write down what each one has to do with, if you're buying things for one personality online and you're buying things in real life, for another personality because, let's face it, some things, we don't want to be seen for, buying, publicly. So, there you go. Call us. We'll help you out. We won't really help you out, but it's a nice thought. And we are back. Yes, we're all back. All of us. Every last... Wait. Okay. Yeah. You here? Okay. Yeah. Good. Yeah. I'm here. We're good to go. Let's do it. We're all here. So, what have we learned this evening, today, about personalities? Is it really a disorder when you talk to yourself inside your own head? Could be, possibly could be. It could be the new, it could be the new trend. I mean, why not? People do crazy things nowadays with their pronouns. I mean, you gotta wonder, like, is this whole trans movement, is that like I mean, does that fall under personality disorder? There are some people on the left that'll be like, listen, we're a different type of class of people. In fact, we're not even people sometimes. We're like, different things. I'm actually a pet rock. And I go by the pronoun Rocky, whatever. And then there are people on the right that are just like, oh, this is definitely a disorder. These people are mentally ill. They need help. And yeah, they need help. They need help from their invisible ghost tax attorney law firm. That's who they need help with from. No, sorry. I don't. That wasn't. That wasn't an advertisement right there. But like I was saying, you have to wonder if this whole trans thing is falls under the personality moniker, because it's definitely in that realm. Is it a disorder? Is it, are people going to start to claim multiple? I mean, since we've now gone past, male and female to trans, the third, gender, why, I wouldn't, I mean, they got that whole Two-Face thing in Batman, and that's, an old thing from Janus back in the day, the Two-Face, but if we have Three-Face, I mean, why can't we have, like, multiple face? If you if you sign a legal document, can you sign it with two different personalities? Is that binding? Be like, well, I go by two different personalities. Wait a second. What? I mean, that would just be wild. Be like, listen, this document is not legal and binding unless, my second personality signs. And that would be a trip. There's going to be like, multiple signature lines on documents in the future. That's how crazy the world is going to get. We added a box for male, female, and other, or trans, or whatever they do now. And I mean, and people identify, as different things. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we get just so crazy that there's gonna, like you're gonna have a license. It's gonna have two different photos. It's gonna be your main photo and then your alternate photo. What do you get? What happens if you get pulled over? What happens if you get pulled over, and you're driving as your second personality? Not your first one. I mean, what are the legal ramifications of that? What is the significance? Is that what happens if you're, if you have a third personality that you haven't claimed? What if can someone like sue you for not claiming your oh my, it's just going to get crazy. They're going to people to be like, no, I know that that person has another personality. I've seen it. They are lying, officer. I've seen their other personality. They're like, what? What are you talking about? They're like, sir, ma'am, they, do you have, come on, where's your third personality? Come on, people are going to demand to see that. Oh my goodness. It's just a 3-ring circus, a 4-ring circus. It's going to be a multiple ring circus. It's going to be the Olympics of personalities. Ha ha ha! We have just scratched the surface on insanity. Get ready for it, America. Get ready. Get ready, world. You ain't seen nothing yet. It's going to get a little bit wild up in here. Are you sure about that? Well, I mean, stranger things have occurred already, obviously. I mean, just get ready. It's, Three-Eye Atlas is coming at us. Once it comes around the sun again, things are going to rapidly change. There's going to be more solar flares, and people are just, what happens if it does come to hit us? I mean, and everyone just decides to go buck nutty. I can't wait. I'm going to be cheering it on, and I'm going to have my imaginary illusionary invisible ghost attorney lawyer right there by my side. I wonder how many personalities they have. Oh my. Well, I mean, that invisible ghost lawyer attorney has a whole law firm behind them. They have, they have a personality for every department of law that they service at that firm. In my head, in the other non-physical reality of the universe, of the multiverse. I mean, hey, we have a multiverse. I mean, that's just like well, listen, we've discussed it with all the other, verses of the multiverse, and we have come to a conclusion that, yes, 99% of your personalities just have decided. There's like that, it's like dentists and doctors, 9 out of 10 dentists agree, but there's that one crazy guy at the end of the line who's just like, I don't know about this. Is that the sane one, or is that the oddball? Is that the black sheep, or is that the white sheep, or is that the trans sheep? Is that the lamb sheep? The lamb, is that the sheep, the unsheep sheep? Okay, I've lost my mind. My eyes have crossed. Okay, well, you've been listening to, hopefully, if you've made it this far, you are crazy. That's what you can check that box off on your next legal document. Crazy, yes. Insane, yes. That's gonna be... Did you declare that you're insane? No, you didn't, but you are. But you didn't declare it? Yes, okay, well then we're gonna have to sue you. That's funny. Okay, this has been me, myself, and why even try? Because in a non-physical world of multiple personalities and identities, what does it really matter anyway? We're all crazy, right? I guarantee you one thing, by tomorrow you're all going to be talking to yourselves in the third and fourth and fifth person. Good luck, Sybils. Okay. Have fun. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to do this again. We'll have to see what topics to talk about. If you have ideas for topics that we all here should talk about, please leave it in the comments. Let us know. Like, share, and subscribe. Or we don't care. We don't even try. So what does it matter? Yeah, we're not nihilists. We're just We're a bunch of meh, and meh. So good night. Maybe we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Me, myself, and why even try? Really.